This is the last day of WISP-Palooza 2016, and we finally got Brian from Baltic Networks nailed down. Imagine lots of people know who Baltic Networks is, but can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes. Hi, Mike. Good morning. So we've been in the industry for about 10 years. We're a distributor and VAR of wireless broadband products. We have our own OEM manufacturing line called MaxWave, and wanted to basically talk a little bit today about this new box we just introduced. It's been a little over a year in the making, but we're glad it's finally available. It's a virtualized appliance box that runs VMware ESXi, and on top of that has a modular interface, so we can put different network interfaces in the box. And on top of that, we actually run MikroTik Router OS, their Cloud Core series software. What that allows you to do is it gives you the flexibility to have multiple instances of Cloud Core, so you can fully utilize the processing power. This box has a quad core 4 gigahertz processor. Comes 16 gigabytes of RAM. You can expand it to 64 gig of RAM. A Samsung 128 gig SSD PCIe is inside this, and we find it's really good as an edge router type device for folks that are doing BGP type routing, or if you have a lot of queuing or NAT type stuff, a lot of firewall rules. The quad core has a really good, the Intel, this is an Intel Sandy Bridge actually, so it is the latest generation, and it has really good performance for the service providers. One of the things that when we started working on this box is we wanted to have something that we knew that was going to be very flexible and expand to most users' needs. I can give you we have a
Sure.
selection of different types of network cards. We have a 8-port copper gigabit card. We have a 4-port fiber card with a 4-port copper interface. And then finally we have a 2-port 10 gig card and a 4-port 10 gig card available.
Okay.
And we also have an 8-port fiber SFP interface card available. Finally, on the back side, you don't see it here in the picture, but the back side we can add an additional 4 fiber interface ports, and you'll see we have a 4-port fiber card that's in this particular unit today. You can also put another 10 gig card in here, a 4-port 10 gig card, so you can have up to 8 10 gigabit interfaces on this box. I'll take the cover off here. You can take a look on the inside. This is the basically guts. We have a dual AC hot swappable power supply system. Here's our RAM, and then finally here's our SSD. We have another slot for another SSD, so you can expand for additional storage. And then finally here's our PCIe bus on the back, and then our card slot on the front of this unit. It's got speed variable fans for temperature. It is an industrial appliance, so it has quite a wide temperature operating range. Rack mountable, and yeah, that's really it in a nutshell. Of course, with VMware, you have the ability to actually run other virtual machines on top of it. So let's say you want to run a Windows server, a DNS server, a mail server. Maybe you want to run another Ubuntu image alongside Router OS. You can do that. So that's some of the flexibility that this platform offers you.
Okay. Yeah. I saw that there was. Swing around so we get your booth instead of other people's booths. I saw that on those the dual power supplies. Are they hot swappable?
They're hot swappable. Yes.
And then I see people at times asking about if there's DC and what voltages type supports. What all does that support?
Currently, we only have AC power supplies available, although we're looking into a DC power supply option. But as of right now, it's just AC only.
Yeah. But just having them hot swap is a nice benefit on there. And my edge Microtech routers are x86 based. They're older, but I know that that's has tremendous power over the Microtech provided solutions. Mine are all installed on bare metal, but I have a huge VMware environment. Well, huge for a WISP.
So one of the advantages of not running Router OS on bare metal these days is because the drivers in Router OS would have to support many different types of interface cards.
Sure.
We're letting VMware support the wide variety of interface cards that are available in the Intel and various other worlds, and then Router OS only has to support the hypervisor interfaces.
Oh sure, yeah. That's for so long they seem to kind of ignore the x86 market because there's so many things going on, so many changes, and there's a definite benefit to having VMware manage that because they're already managing that for their other server platforms anyway, and if they can just present the VXNet or VMXNet, whatever that the driver is, and Router OS runs with that, then great. About what does that run price-wise?
It's just a little over $2,000, about $1,800 or so. Comes with everything you see here, minus the fiber card.
Okay.
And the fiber cards range anywhere from a couple $100 to $300-400, depending on the configuration. So.
Okay. Is that on the shelf now? People can order it, and
it's ready for availability and delivery today.
Okay. Good deal. Yeah. It's nice to see that there's a nice package solution for that high-end Microtech router. And I see it on your table here also. You had some other devices that run on DIN rails. I know that just recently I started moving all of my stuff to be DIN rail mounted. It's a lot more organized. What sort of work have you done in?
So we have our MaxWave. This is an x86 based device that's DIN rail mounted. It's industrial hardened temperature, dual DC power supply inputs. Okay. And this guy will go down to minus 40 degrees up to 170 or 180 degrees in temperature.
That should work anywhere.
That should pretty much work anywhere. That's right. And then we have we've taken the router board 953 series. It has 2 SFPs on the back, built-in 802.11n, gigabit ports on the front. And we've designed a case that allows you to DIN rail clip this case to anything you want. So this is a good little fiber termination device. Could be a little tower router or whatever, but the DIN rail case design's been really good. We hope to update a lot of our additional case designs with this DIN rail mounting system.
Okay. So. Yeah, those DIN rail systems ought to work well alongside. I know that packet flux, power, PoE devices, DIN mountable. Some of the surge suppression devices out there are DIN rail mountable. So nice just to have all of that mounted up, nice and clean. It's not banging around when you're opening it.
Yeah, we've noticed in the industry a lot of people are moving to DIN rail mount inside their tower enclosure. So we're really happy to see the response on the DIN rail mount stuff. So.
And then on your other router being having dual DC inputs, that's great. Because then you could have this guy running in your NOC, where you've got AC, and then one of those running out your towers, in an unconditioned environment.
Yep.
So you got a nice set of products here now.
We believe we do, and we continuously try to advance the Microtech product offerings with advancements in mounting or unique solutions, and so we're really happy with that offering. So.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time today, Brian, and have a good luck.
Thank you, Mike.
The rest of the show.
All right, you too.